afternoon and welcome to the 1:30 p.m. news on Rakyat Times TV, and I am your host, Karina Fu. The Anwar Ibrahim Sodomy 2 appeal takes a break today and will continue tomorrow when the defense team reviews the prosecution's case. Today in our studios, we have Dr. S. Ramakrishnan to share with you about the transportation systems in Malaysia. Welcome, Dr. Rama.
Thank you.
Dr. Rama is one of our columnists, and his column appears every Wednesday. And Dr. Rama, in your column today, you have quoted statistics that are rather stunning. Because is it really true that Malaysia has the third highest rate of car ownership in the world?
Yeah, well, these statistics were compiled by a very reputable market survey company, Nelson, So it must be quite reliable. And that's why I quoted, and also, well, we go to the highways of Malaysia, you can see the pile up of cars, so it is it's not surprising when Nelson comes out with that kind of figures that Malaysia has the third largest car ownership.
Yep.
Okay, 93%.
93%.
Yeah, of the household owned cars.
Wow. But how do you reconcile the fact that our household debt is one of the highest in the world, yet we are number 3 in car ownership? Doesn't really gel over there?
Well, because of the high car ownership, people have to buy cars, people have to buy cars. And we all know that the cars in Malaysia are not cheap. They are very expensive.
Yes, yep.
Just the other day, one of my colleagues was telling, a Mercedes-Benz in Australia costs 42,000 Australian.
First hand
New car. Whereas in Malaysia, it's about 10 times that price.
Yes,
so it's very high. So we have to take loan to buy such a high-priced car, and there goes our debt.
Yeah.
And more people are taking loan to buy cars.
Yes.
So the banks are very happy, and all the car industry, the whole car industry is booming due to the high car ownership in Malaysia. So it is not surprising, and also we have finally landed as one of the highest in the world in terms of household debt.
We are the highest in the world for lots of good things, aren't we?
For the wrong reasons.
Yes, of course. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, okay, this is a question that might go on forever, but what is wrong with our transportation system, or rather, public transport system? We'll keep it short this time.
Well, I think the word system is a misnomer there.
Yeah.
I think there is no system. See, we have agencies, for example, like SPART. Yeah? SPART is the agency that implements this road transport policies. And this agency is under the Prime Minister Department. It is not under the Ministry of Transport. Right? Similarly, licensing of taxis, it's under another ministry. So we have a Ministry of Transport who have very little responsibility for transport. So I think these are some of the problems. That is, there is no integration of policies. I think every department is doing their own policies, and everybody is trying to be smart in their own policies. Therefore, what we are lacking in Malaysia is we don't have an integrated transport system, like what we see in some of the developed countries, where we have a public transport, we have monorail, we have even cable cars in some countries, and commuter trains. And in some countries, even like Thailand, we have ferries, very well used to transport people. There are so many modes of transport, whereas in Malaysia, we only have one mode, that is car.
Yes.
We have so many cars.
Yes, too many cars actually, yes. Yeah. So what do you think can be done for the average man or woman on the street, to have a more affordable transportation system, or rather, and not be burdened with such high interest rate for car loans?
Yeah, I think this is where I feel the government has seriously failed in terms of our transportation system. So much so that even a man who qualifies for BRIM, he has to own a car. Otherwise, he got no transport.
Yeah.
So I think for the first step, or immediately what the government can do is revive as quick as possible public transportation system in all towns. where people don't need a car to travel to when they from their town to another town, or when they move around, they don't need to use car. So first thing is public transportation system, and the other one is we had a rail system, you know, but we had a rail system,
Yep.
and we do have, but we never developed the rail system. We just don't know what to do, and we privatize the rail system. So I think there is a serious policy paralysis is here, where many things are not integrated.
Yep.
So I think the government has to bring all the agencies under one ministry, Ministry of Transport, and integrate the whole transportation system.
Well, that's like moving a mountain, I guess, you know. Well, thank you, Dr. Rama, and that was the 1:30 p.m. news on Rakyat Times TV. And we'll be back tomorrow with more, so stay tuned and stay safe and have a good afternoon.